Welcome back to News Geelong, as we're joined by a man who, well, we've seen behind the scenes many times at the offices of the City of Greater Geelong. But today we've got him in front of the camera, and it's a very warm welcome to Ted Thirlwell. How are you, Ted?
Yeah, good, thank you, Graham.
And thank you much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Now, Jan Farrell, when she was making her delivery this morning here at the launch of the L2P Learner Driver Mentor Program, made mention of the fact that there was proudly a lot of members of staff from the COGG that have volunteered to be mentors, and you're one of them.
I am, yes. There's a few of us from the City of Greater Geelong. The council's been supporting it and put out an email asking if people would like to be involved, and well, that's something I can do. So I thought it would be something I'd put my hand up for, and I've been successful and so far done some training and looking forward to actually doing some driving with a young driver.
What sort of, for our viewers, what sort of training has been involved? I mean, given that one would think you're already an experienced driver, yes. It's not just a matter of jumping in behind the wheel and trying to teach somebody how to drive.
Yes, true. A lot of it was to do with how it sounds silly, how not to do things, but also how to do things and how to make sure that we're mentoring. We're not actually instructing them, but we're just helping them practice the things that they get taught through their driving instructor, and we give them support and help them to practice those things.
I suppose there are a lot of people, a lot of parents out there who probably take the role, as I did in my younger days when my children were of learning driving age, to try and teach them to drive ourselves. But there were moments of anxiousness. This mentor type program seems to me to be a far more better approach.
I think I actually haven't taught anyone yet or been a mentor yet, so we've been being trained for that, but I'm looking forward to it. But yes, I think the preparation's been very good. We've discussed and role-played different things and had information given to us from the Road Traffic Authority, and hopefully it will go good. I'm sure there will be a few nervous moments at the start, but hopefully they won't be too bad.
It's a program that's been funded for at least 3 years. So the volunteers that are involved in the mentor program, it's a very big commitment that you've made.
Yes, well, we'll hopefully certainly make a year's commitment and try and get our mentor up and with their licence, and then hopefully it could be an ongoing thing. I think it's a good thing to be involved with young people.
Ted Thirlwell, a member of the City of Greater Geelong staff, but more particularly a man who's volunteered to be a mentor in the L2P Learner Driver Mentor Program. Congratulations, Ted, all the very best, and we thank you for your time this morning.
Pleasure, thank you very much.
Joining us now is the lady who is responsible for coordinating the L2P program here in our City of Greater Geelong, April Liversley. Welcome, April.
Thank you very much.
And let me say congratulations, as all of our speakers this morning have said, a job very well done. You must be very compassionate and passionate about the subject.
Absolutely. Look, I love this job. In fact, prior to coming to Geelong, I worked in the same role in Ballarat, wanting to come across to Geelong, but needed a job that I loved as equally, and it just happened that the same one came up. So I was very fortunate to come across and work in this role again. So yes.
You've moved into a warmer climate.
I have, a whole 2 degrees warmer on average, but it does make a difference.
Now, the L2P Learner Driver Mentor Program, as we've spoken about, is a very positive step in the right direction. What were the challenges for you?
I suppose one of the greatest challenges with this program is that it relies very heavily on volunteers from the community. Without the volunteers, the program can't actually take place because they're the ones who take up the role of our supervising drivers for the young people. So it's always a challenge getting enough volunteers to meet the demand of the program. And
then the ongoing nature of the program.
In terms of the challenges of the ongoing nature?
The time frame.
The time frame, well, the program's been funded for 3 years. In terms of the individual learner drivers in the program, they could be in the program for 6 months. Some of them could be in the program for 2 years. It all depends on how long it takes them to get that 120 hours. And
how do young people go about being involved and basically putting their names down for the L2P program?
It's actually a referral process for young people, so they come through local youth agencies within the Geelong community. Might include something like DHS or Barwon Youth, Time for Youth. And the reason for that is that the young people the young people's workers will identify that they have that need and then refer them on to our program.
And we've got a wealth of knowledge as far as the mentors are concerned, volunteering to help these people in the L2P program.
We certainly do. We have a great mix of volunteers. They come from all walks of life. All of them have just completed 10 hours of training, which was undertaken by Vic Roads. So hopefully they're moving into the program feeling confident and full of all the right knowledge. So look, we're really lucky to have the people involved that we have.
April Liversley, the lady who has organised the L2P program launch down here in our city of Greater Geelong this morning. Thank you very much for your time. And again, congratulations on a job well done. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, one of the young men who are involved in the L2P Learner Driver Mentor program. That's right. Our producers try to get me a bit befuddled to say R2D2. But no, joining us is one of the members, Johnny Knight. How are you, John?
Very well, thank you. Very excited.
Very excited?
Yes, I haven't had an opportunity to drive, so I'm looking forward to it.
How old are you, Johnny?
I'm 19 in a month.
19 in a month, so you haven't been behind a wheel yet?
I've had about 45 minutes and that's it. And that was a year ago, so getting excited.
It is a big step in a young person's life to take on the learner driver and then to receive your driver's licence, and in the staged introduction of driver's licensing now with the probationary system, etc., it opens a complete new world to you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Obviously I haven't had an opportunity to drive, so getting the opportunity and then getting my licence is what I plan to do with this, obviously. So
being part of this particular program, though, means that you have taken a positive decision that you want to learn to drive, what I say, in a very positive and road-safe manner.
Yes. Obviously I'll learn how to drive from the other person, but also get skills and tricks that they might have. So it's a good experience, and I'm obviously looking forward to it.
John, how important is road safety to you? How much notice do you take of the newspapers day after day when you see on both news and television some of the horrific accidents where road deaths occur? Do they have impact?
Yeah, I obviously want to get my licence, and it is scary to see people dying like the same age as me in road crashes all across the state and all across Australia.
So it has the impact.
Yes, it does. I want to get my licence still, but it still has an impact. It's like people shouldn't die from road crashes, especially at my age. They're really young, so.
And one of the important parts of this mentor program, viewers, is that it's not only teaching the young people how to drive themselves, but also to be aware of how other people drive on the roads, so you can avoid those unfortunate situations maybe occurring.
Yeah, as I said earlier, the whole mentor thing is, you get experience from the other person, and they, like I said, they give you tricks and skills that you would need, and you see how other people drive, they might give you advice on how they drive. So, yeah.
How did you become aware of the program?
I knew people within City of Greater Geelong with the Youth Development Program, and they informed me of this and put me within this program. So,
and when do we kickstart?
Hopefully within the next month. They've got a Keys Please program on Thursday night, and then I think I'm doing some lessons with some actual instructors, and then from there I think it's actually getting in the car with the mentor. And
the plan is then to get your 120 hours up in the first year.
Hopefully, I'm not sure how many hours I'll do with the driver, but once I get my skills up, I can then do it, with other people as well. So, it'll be exciting, and it's good.
A young man who is looking forward to the L2P Learner Driver Mentor program. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? But it's certainly a very meaningful, community-driven program. And we here in our great city of Geelong are so proud that we've kick-started it here today at the launch of the L2P Learner Driver Mentor program. As we go to a break on News Geelong, and be back with more after this.